Jason, this is Chad again, hitting up part 3. And I'm pretty much going to, off the bat, take up opposing stance on you right off the start. I mean, if there is a God, and if he is not subject to laws, and then there is no law, rule, theory, thesis, anything that can truly hold him accounted upon. Because if there's a being who at a whim can break, change, bend, or just utterly destroy these laws, how can you depend upon those? Whereas the atheist says, this is how the universe is. Nothing has ever been proven to violate that. I can then depend upon that until something violates it. And I'm not starting off with the knowledge that there is a being that can do this or anything else that can do it. And another clarification on the whole atheism thing. Just as I said that there are many different groups of Christians and they hold different faiths about many different things, you still hold a lot of things in common. I mean, you're still using the same rule book for the most part. But with the atheism and being an atheist, there is no rule book. There is only pretty much a statement that I'm not going to believe in the supernatural without proof. And I'm not going to accept it on faith. So there really isn't any kind of atheist worldview, atheist agenda, or anything like that. I mean, there just isn't. And you're going to have a very hard time trying to lump, atheists together on some reason and then, try to say that, this is because you're atheist or something. I think the best way you can really sum this up was a quote by Richard Dawkins where he said that trying to get atheists together is like trying to herd cats. I know he said it, don't know if he came up with it though. Now, if I'm cherry picking some rules of logic here on you, tell me, and I will see if I can't correct that or hold a response to that. Otherwise, that's a very distinct lack of Southern hospitality you have there, my friend. So I don't know that I've cherry picked any rules of logic with you yet, but if I have, please bring those up to me, and we'll see if I cannot get that corrected. I don't know how familiar you are with Calvinism, but they will pretty much disagree that everyone has had a supernatural divine revelation. I mean, they're a branch that pretty much believes that, God, before he created anything, had already chosen those that are going to be saved and those who are not. And those that are going to be saved know it, and those who aren't can't know it. So, I mean, which of you is right? Do me and you both get the divine revelation, or is it just the Calvinists? Are you a Calvinist and don't know it because you have the divine revelation and therefore think I do? Something for you to ponder there. And yet again, there is no atheistic worldview. Atheism is not a view of the world. It is not a belief system. It is not a form. I mean, there's no rules. I mean, it's not a positive statement. It is not a worldview. And about do I have a PhD and all that? No, but I do understand the scientific method. I believe in the peer review process. I mean, if you don't know about every little single thing in the world, then you're taking it on faith. I'm not buying that. I've been trained. I've had some school in electronics. I can wire a house. It's not my current occupation, but I've done it before. Let's take something I do. I am certified in running Cat5 networks. I know how the cables work. I know how the computers send the data back and forth. I know how to calculate voltage, resistance, amps. I can even wire light switches, fuse boxes, things of that nature. So when I turn on the light switch, it's not faith that I know it works. Now, most people take, my father, for example, had no clue how electricity worked. But it was not faith on his part either when he turned on the light switch and the light come on. Now, coming back to me, I have no idea how. I don't know all the ins and outs of electron flow and how that works. So, yet again, there's things about electricity I do not know. And yet again, the fact that it will shock me, it hurts, or I need this much power to power a lamp or whatever, that's not faith. Science works. People get elected to different positions and things of that nature. There's a certain authority that goes with that. And it's not necessarily, I don't believe, an argument for authority, because there's a certain reason to believe that this person is a respected member of his, occupation, and that the things he does works. Certifications is another reason for that. When someone gets certified to be an electrician or something of that nature, then that means he's gone through a testing principle, stuff like that. So while no, you do not know exactly how good he is, you don't know, does he know everything, whatever, but you know that he is good enough to do X, Y, and Z because he's been certified to do X, Y, and Z. And so no, I don't have PhDs in everything. I do not have, used a particle accelerator and, done all the experiments. That doesn't mean that I'm taking things on faith. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. I'm going to suggest you check out the user Don Exodus 2. He believes in God. And he also believes in evolution. He has some very good videos on it. And he, in his daily job, uses the predictions of evolutionary theory to actually help people and figure out, why they have this disease or which disease they have or something of that nature. He talks about that in some of his videos. So, I mean, you might want to check him out and see what he has to say. And then I'm going to directly turn this back around on you. Because were you there when God created the universe? I mean, have you seen God create a universe? No, you're taking his word for it. I mean, how do you know he's just not lying about it? In the book of John, you've already mentioned John 3:16. I think it's in chapter 7 where they're going to a festival or something. And Jesus says he can't go and tells them no, he's not going to go. But he ends up going anyway. And then he goes in disguise. So, I don't know there. I think pretty much just saying that you have to know everything about every word's faith. No, I'm just not going to buy that. I mean, it's impossible for everyone to know everything. Otherwise, why would I get in my car and drive it? Because I don't know everything in the world about cars. I don't know every single thing with the person who created my car. So how do I know there's not something wrong with it? And it's not I don't think it's faith, especially faith to the level of accepting there is a God and I should live my life by it. And you're right. I do not have a divine revelation. So, I mean, if you don't want to try out other religions, then, I mean, how do you know Allah won't give you a divine revelation? I mean, you want everyone else to give your God a chance because he gave you a divine revelation, but yet you're cutting it off for everything else. I don't know. If your faith is that strong, why can't you do this? And I'm going to have to definitely say that you got 3 videos out of my 2-minute reply, dude. I'm impressed. So, I guess, I don't know. Perhaps we'll have some more exchanges going on here. I will try to get to those videos that you posted up. You have a good night now.